Am I right? They are around us all the time. And so last time we talked about the North Node, which is our soul's purpose and direction for moving this lifetime. But as soon as I wrapped up the video, I thought, you know what? We should do one on the South Node, a little bit more to understand the South Node, because where the North Node is about our soul's path for growth and evolution, its counterpart, the South Node, is a little bit different. It's about our karmic energy, patterns, skills, tendencies, cycles that you've already mastered, often from other past lives. And it's what feels familiar, right? But it can also be traumas, and it can be wounds as well, too. It's your cosmic comfort zone, I guess you can say, but it can also keep you stuck and trapped if you stay there. So today we're going to kind of explore a little bit about what the South Node reveals about you and how understanding it, where it's at in your birth chart, how it can really help you move forward and to break out of these cycles and karmic patterns that you find yourself in. I'm Kristen Redman. I am a professional astrologer since 2015. I help people all around the world understand themselves through the power of astrology and their birth charts. It's an amazing tool, right? And so today what we're going to do is talk about that South Node. The South Node is the point that is directly opposite of the North Node, or that little horseshoe symbol in your birth chart. So while the North Node points us towards the growing path and where our soul wants to go in the direction this lifetime, the South Node highlights where you've been, where you feel naturally skilled and comfortable. Sometimes a little too uncomfortable, right? These are things we're trying to break away from, right? We're taking the good from it, but we're also trying to expand and grow ourselves. So think of it like your soul's starting point this lifetime. You've already been there, you've done that, but if you cling too tightly to those old patterns, you might feel stuck and you will definitely feel unfulfilled. So we astrologers often describe this South Node as a collection of past life tendencies, right? Old habits, karmic baggage. It's where you feel at home, but not necessarily where you need to be staying, right? Absolutely. Things that we really want to break away from. So when we understand what our South Node is, and we understand what our North Node is, where we need to be going, we can really break these cycles and do what our soul set out here to do. So, of course, this is a wonderful thing to understand. So if you haven't found it in your birth chart, I highly recommend looking up Astro Theme. It's my favorite site. Plug it in there, look to see where your North Node, which is the horseshoe, South Node is the upside down looking one. And it will also give you aspects as well too. If you click on there's like a little check mark under it, where your chart is at, and it will show you the aspects for the nodes as well. So let's walk through what it means to have your South Node in each one of the 12 houses. And I will also say the sign too, because as you know in astrology, the first house is ruled by Aries. The second house is ruled by Taurus. So I would look at both of them, right? So let's say you have a South Node that's in the first house, but it's in the sign of Cancer. Watch both of these, take in both of them for Cancer and for that first house as well. So let's get to it. So first house, you may feel naturally comfortable taking the lead and being independent. But growth this lifetime is, sorry, I got something in my eyeball here, is about learning to balance your identity with the needs of others. It's not about subjugating yourself or giving up what you need for others either. So you may find that this is a lifetime where you learn a lot about yourself through your North Node, which through the other side of it, the North Node, if it's there, of relationships. You're learning the most about yourself and your growth through the relationships that you are in. Second house, or Taurus, you're used to valuing stability, security, maybe getting a little bit too attached to money, right? Maybe there was a little bit of too much of that, but your soul needs to embrace sharing with others, depth, letting go of that control, being vulnerable, letting others take care of you as well. Now, third house, or Gemini, Communication comes easily, so you might find that you come up against a lot of people this lifetime that it doesn't. You might prefer staying in local or familiar environments too. That's another thing. But real growth happens when you expand your worldview and you explore new ideas. This is definitely something that you'll find a lot of amazing growth in this lifetime. Fourth house, you are very deeply rooted in family, a lot of karmic past lives with family and early childhood, even this lifetime. But it's important to step out into the world and embrace your authenticity, yourself in the world, not the family stories, and embrace a bigger stage or a more public role as well, too. Don't let limiting past beliefs keep you stuck. Fifth house, Leo, same thing. Creative self-expression and fun may feel like second nature to you, but your soul's path involves serving others and creating structure in your life. It's definitely one of those things where, we might find that you've had to dim your light, and it's a chance for you to shine, but not at the expense of others, right? This is definitely a time for keeping others' needs into consideration while also finding your amazing creative abilities, talents, skills, gifts, and sharing them with the world and being proud of yourself to bring them out and having that vulnerability to show them. Sixth house or Virgo, you may default to overworking, overgiving, focusing on the details, being overly analytical, maybe even sometimes of yourself or others, but it's about trying to control outcomes. That is the default for you. So true growth comes from surrendering and embracing the unknown. You don't have to have a plan for everything. And I think you're going to find that that's when things really move forward this lifetime for you, is when you don't have to have a plan. When you trust that the universe is going to catch you and it's going to have each step of the way lit up for you, that's where the real growth comes. So if you have a seventh house south node or in the sign of Libra, you're naturally inclined to focus on relationships and partnerships. But personal independence and self-assertion are where your soul is really calling you this lifetime to grow, right? It's great to have those relationships. Yes, you're here to find balanced, fair, reciprocal relationships, but it's also calling for you to put that oxygen mask on yourself first. Eighth house or Scorpio, you're used to deep, intense, emotional experiences. You probably even have had some pretty intense past life experiences and traumas that have carried over into this lifetime that may keep you feeling stuck, guarded, not wanting to share of yourself, right? Maybe it could even go on a shadow side, or perhaps even wanting to control others or outcomes, right? But your growth lies in creating stability, simplicity, and healthy boundaries, being able to open yourself up, but not being taken advantage of. Ninth house or Sagittarius, you may love to explore new ideas, travel, study, the perpetual student, right? Philosophy, but real growth comes from grounding yourself in practical knowledge and day-to-day connections, right? It's not just about learning these higher thoughts, right? It's getting out there and sharing them with others, teaching others, and really exploring the world that's around you, not just being a part of it as well. So if you have a 10th house or Capricorn South node, career and public recognition may feel very much at home, very familiar, but your soul's journey is inviting you to understand that work-life family balance. It's inviting you to focus more on the home and family structures in your inner life this lifetime. 11th house or Aquarius, you might feel comfortable in groups or social causes, but personal creativity, romance, and really being able to be your true authentic self, they're calling you to step into the spotlight for yourself, to stand into your power, to appreciate your gifts that you have, and to really have that confidence to bring them out into the world as well. 12th house or Pisces, spiritual and spiritual endeavors of all kinds and solitude are what feel comfortable to you, but the growth for you this lifetime comes from engaging with the outside world, embracing routines, and contributing in tangible ways to the world. Know that getting out there, right? It's going to feel uncomfortable, I tell you what, but that's where you're really going to make the connections you need to help your soul grow and to move forward, right? Absolutely. You're not going to get further sitting where you are or keeping yourself closed off from others, right? It's about learning to trust yourself and the universe and people around you. So everybody, to work with this South Node energy, let's do like we did before, just a simple little reflection ritual. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to quiet our mind. We're going to light a candle and you're going to sit by it, or just imagine that you're by one, whatever. It's fine. Take a few deep breaths. Now reflect. Think about where what you're naturally good at, what feels easy, what feels familiar, what feels comfortable, and where that might be holding you back. Now, the next thing to do, after you've really sat and thought with it, write some things down, journal about it. What are some patterns or habits I fall back on when I feel stuck? How might those habits limit my growth? What's one step I can take this week to step out of my comfort zone? And then what we're going to do is we're going to affirm. We're going to say to ourselves, I honor my past, but I'm ready to embrace my future. And then blow out that candle. Visually imagine blowing out that candle, blowing out all of that karmic energy, feeling grounded and open to the new growth and the opportunities and the possibilities that are coming to you, right? South Node isn't something that's meant to hold us back. It's meant to be something that we are walking away from. And look to see what is happening in the skies now. How is your North Node being impacted? Because it's going to be impacting your South Node just the same. It gives us, this South Node really does give us valuable insight into where we've been, but it's really that North Node that shows us where we're going. So by understanding both, you'll start to feel more aligned with your purpose, who you are, why you're here, and where you're ready to grow and get things moving. So if you found this helpful, do all the liking and sharing and subscribing and all the things, and I'll be grateful. And leave in the comments, right, how you feel like your South Node might be maybe holding you back, or how this resonates for you. I'd love to see people's feedback on these things. So thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.